Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, Arbor Day is almost upon us, and in case you want to plant a tree or maybe take part in some other gardening activities, here to talk to us about that is Jeff Keeney with the LSU Ag Center. Welcome back to the show, Jeff.
Thanks.
People, I think, know that name. It'll be here before we know it. Tell us a little bit about Arbor Day.
So this is Louisiana Arbor Day, which is always the third Friday of January. We celebrate it on the third Saturday so more people could come out. So what we do at the Botanic Gardens at Burden, we plant trees in the Burden woods. Gustav pretty much devastated our woods, 5 years ago. So we invite the community to come out every Arbor Day and plant trees. We plant about 300 to 400 trees out there, all native tree species, and it's part of our Trees and Trails, which is a trail system that runs through the woodlands. It's about 150 acres of woods.
It's such a beautiful facility. It's such a great event, to do this at. I know you mentioned the storm, but I think I took out over, half our tree canopy here in town. So it's a great time for anybody to plant a tree, right?
It sure is, yes. So whether you plant it at Burden or you plant them at home, it's a good time to plant trees in the landscape. They put their roots down during the winter time, and then it gives them a good flush of growth then in the summer.
I know this is a busy time at Burden and for the Ag Center. Had lots of exciting events coming up. Tell us a little bit about what you have coming up.
So the next event that we have out there will be February the 8th and 9th, and that's the Baton Rouge Camellia Show. It's going to be at the Rural Life Museum. That starts at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon and at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. Fantastic.
And I know people are going to want to take part in that. There's always things going on out there. It's obviously such a beautiful place just to spend time. Very educational place for kids, right?
Yeah, very educational place for kids. We put in the children's garden last fall, so we've got the new children's garden out there. As I mentioned, the Trees and Trails is about 5 miles of hiking trails that we have, so you can hike through the woods. We got different educational programming going on there, and we will finish an outdoor pavilion at the end of this month that will be used for Trees and Trails Project Learning Tree, which is an environmental education program that the Burden Horticulture Society puts on for school-age kids.
I know you've mentioned some new things coming and new facilities or parts of the facility on that in accordance with your master plan, right? Talk to me a little bit about what the vision is for Burden.
Sure, and so last fall in September, we rebranded the entire Burden property. So the entire Burden property is now called Burden Museum and Gardens. We felt like it gave the public, more locally and also outside across the world, a better idea of what was at Burden. Of course, the museum being the Rural Life Museum and the gardens being the LSU Ag Center Botanic Gardens. So that's been a big part of our effort. Along with that, the master plan for the Botanic Gardens is including the children's garden, which you've just implemented, the pavilion, and we'll be working on a new visitors center and educational area out there this spring.
That's going to be fantastic. So there's going to be even more for people to go and enjoy.
More for people to go and enjoy, and also a little bit more awareness about what's going on at Burden and what the community can participate in.
So it's a good time and a great place to go learn.
Definitely. If you like the outdoors and you like learning about the outdoors, it's a perfect place to be.
Jeff, real quickly, give people the information they need if they want to find out more or to find out a schedule of events at Burden.
Sure. So the best place to go is discoverburden.com, and that has both the LSU Rural Life Museum and the LSU Ag Center Botanic Gardens calendar of events, and also some of the things that you can do while you're out there.
Thanks so much for giving us the scoop on Arbor Day at Burden. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for this edition of Across Louisiana. I'd like to thank our guests, Galen Mack with Big Buddy, Jeff LaDuff of Open Eyes, and Jeff Keeney with the LSU Ag Center. Have a great weekend, everybody.